Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the podcast. Before we forget, we like to keep it short and sweet. I'm Duran.
I'm Mike.
You know who it is, Richie's Rich.
We still on this Rich week.
There we go.
Yeah, we stole him. But let's get into this question. The question we got for today's episode is it fair for one partner to prioritize their career over the others, or should career aspirations be equally supported? And what saith the committee?
You want to answer this first?
Yeah. Key word in that is partner, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if it's my partner, I believe it should be. We should do it. We're gonna do it equal. Everything could be equal because you're gonna need me. I'm gonna need you. Especially when stuff get tough at the job. You know what I'm saying? We got to be there for each other. So I believe we partners. We in this thing together. You my wife. Whatever you want to do, we gonna do it. Whatever I want to do, I hope you will feel the same way. We gonna get to it because if I'm not, that's putting extra stress on you, right? If you already got stress at the workplace and I ain't supporting you, that's more stress. That's more problems in our relationship. So
Yeah.
I believe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm in agreement. I do think it's fair. And I only say it's fair because if it's a true partnership, then y'all on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And this is lived for me because I pretty much worked while my wife was in school. And she worked here and there, but she stayed home with the kids, and then she was in school and did her thing. And then we fast-tracked her all the way through her master's. And then now that she's got her stuff done, now we kind of focusing more on me getting my career stuff kind of done, and I'm back in school. So I think as long as you got the game plan and it's y'all on agreement, then that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if one person out for themselves and it's just like, hey, I'm going to do what I want to do because I want to advance. I don't really care if you like it or not. That ain't really a partnership. And at that point, y'all got y'all got a lot of talking to do. Mm-hmm. What you think?
I think everything should be shared equally as well. Because if I got dreams and I'm with you, you're supposed to be helping me build on those dreams. You're supposed to help me be better. So how is it fair for me to help you escalate your career, do what you wanted to do? Now you got it, or you the poppin', you the big man on the block, but you don't want to help me do that. So essentially, that's an individual mindset, and we're supposed to be a couple or supposed to be married, whatever you want to call it. You have to have an equal playing field. It's no just you. But sadly, it's a caveat to that. The caveat is there are times when the other person is forgotten about because, I don't know, maybe the other person get a big head, they start thinking they above you and whatnot, but they forget how they got to the place that they are. They didn't get there by themselves because you was the factor. So if we eliminate you from the equation, would you still have gotten to the status that you are today? So that's how I look at it. Because I'm like, if I'm trying to do something better for you, wouldn't it be better for both of us to be in a place where we can live comfortably instead of you just having it? Because then what happened if you fall off? If I ain't got it, how we gonna sustain the lifestyle that we live?
Well, I think a lot of people look at it as like breadwinner too. Like they don't look at
Get into it.
they don't look at the full picture of like all of this is coming back to our household.
Yeah.
Right? They look at it as like, oh, I gotta make more money than her, or else it's a problem. Or nowadays, even she's looking at it like, I gotta make enough money because I'm a boss, or I'm this HBIC and I'm in control. Y'all really got to look at it from like, it's a partnership. We building a life together, and with us, we really look at it as like, what are we leaving for our kids? What's that legacy we leaving behind for them? Because generational wealth, I can tell you now, when my mama passed, I ain't getting nothing. And I'd rather she stay here, but generational wealth ain't passed down in my family. Not probably until I pass it down to my kids. So that's a curse I'm trying to break. And I can't do that by myself. It's a partnership with me and my wife.
Gotta be. That's how it works. That's how any partnership work, right? You gotta do the thing together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no, I make more money, you make more than me. Like you said, it's all come back to the same pot. Like, what we doing? You know what I'm saying? Say you make, let's just throw a number out there. You make 60, I make 40, or vice versa. That's 100.
Right.
Like, or we gonna keep up? Like, what we talking about? Like, what's the problem? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we all know that it's an issue. So why is that an issue? Where does that come in when one person get that mentality? See, we got to play both sides. So we playing the safe side. So we all have situations where he like, you know what I'm saying? You got to take a step back and be like, dang, I'm trying to, get up on this so we can get here. And, that might put me over what you make. So why is that a problem when you're going to benefit from it? You know what I'm saying? It's not hurting the household. It's not hurting the family. It's just that a thing for me. So I think that whole breadwinner thing is toxic. That's toxic.
But that's what's out there in the world today too, though.
Because you got if you listening to the social media, they telling the woman that you got to do all this. For the man, you can't. You got to have. That's not true because that world ain't built for you to do that. So it's nice that y'all got different rights to do stuff and women can do and get to this point, but it's on so far before you plateau. At the end of the day, it's gonna be what a man do. So you're gonna have to talk to some type of man to get some status, right? Yeah. It's a give and take. So it's the same thing essentially with the marriage. It's just you ain't got to take the hard give and take because it's your partner. Now, if it's just your boss and you trying to move up, you have to meet him on the 4th floor when nobody don't be there. But I'm just saying that's just how it is.
I think, and so like when you say we got to play both sides, some men is men looked at it how much money you make, right?
Right.
So
what you bring to the table.
Yeah, but some men don't have moral, don't have value, don't stand for nothing. So money is all they have.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it's like if all I got is money, if I ain't got no money, like my confidence done. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My confidence low, you know what I'm saying? So if she make more money than you, and that's a childish mindset to think, right? Yeah. Like, or not even child, that's how we grew up. Men should make more money, right?
Yeah. Right.
But like I said, if men, like, my wife make more money than me, I don't care. Like, you can't tell me I'm less of a man because of that. You know what I'm saying? She won't never try to play me in that way because of the respect that I command and respect I would give off to her.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's, you know what I'm saying? People just use money as a blanket to their insecurities.
100%.
I think social media continues to push it though. Cause like,
oh yes.
You hear about so many like what's considered a beautiful woman these days, like on social media with everything done up and whatever. Like they always talk about, oh, he got to be able to fly me out. He got to be able to buy me this. He got to be able to do that. Right. And if he can't do that, then, the whole Cheesecake Factory thing. Like the old chick who was like, nah, you ain't taking me out on a date to Cheesecake Factory. Like
them videos. As soon as I hear somebody talking that, I'm cutting that off. That's so unappreciative.
And I'm like, hey, that Cajun pasta at Cheesecake Factory, fire. So you sit in the car, I'm gonna go in here and eat real quick.
Yeah,
let me know. Tell me the last date the dude took you on beforehand because I know he didn't take you nowhere fancy. Why would I take you somewhere fancy?
And why do all these podcasts, these women be talking social media? Why they the single ones? I'm saying, like,
or it's the girl with one kid and she just. I'm like, so you got enough time to come out here and do all this? Like, hey, where your kid at? Where your son? You been out all day. Where your son? Damn. But again, he got to be somewhere. So he chilling with a dude. Or you got a babysitter. It's probably the other one. He at home. You felt comfortable enough. Okay, I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna be back. So I'm like, see how it's like you doing your thing, but you want me to not do my thing. That's why I said we gotta play both sides. That's a perfect example.
We got to.
Is because you got to give and take to do something, and that's a sacrifice. You can't be like it's like doing music. You can't be doing music and then be fully committed to your family because you're gonna be traveling all the time. How you gonna be in two places at one time?
Understanding.
So somebody gonna have to do something.
So I'm glad you mentioned music though. So what happened if your career ain't what your partner agree with? Like if I said, man, I'm about to be this famous rapper. I just need 5 years. I'm going to be there in 5 years. We're going to have everything we want in 5 years. And she's just like, nah. Like, I need your help now. I need your support now. And she ain't supporting it.
Well, see, that's what you got to think about. That's where you got to have a mature mindset. Because you got to weigh the good versus the bad. Now, I'm going to make a reference. I don't exactly agree with everything this man said, but he did say some things. And this one of the things he said. It's Kevin Samuels. He dead now. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, my boy.
He said, when you start a family and you get a life, you and your partner have to choose whether y'all want to be family oriented or y'all want to live the high life, because you can't do both. You can't have a family and be super mad rich, because it take time to make the money. So y'all gotta go get the money. You can't have your kids with you at a business meeting. You can't be flying to Abu Dhabi and stuff like that and just dragging your kids everywhere. They gotta go to school. They gotta do stuff. So now you settle for the family life where we get enough money where we comfortable. We just build. It's like a slow grind, but we family because I'm here. We present. They see us. We take them here. Date night, whatever. Or you live in the James Bond lifestyle, basically. Y'all on no jet skis. Y'all on private islands doing that. Eating steaks covered in gold.
Yeah.
You can't do both. It's not possible.
And your partner not wrong for saying, no, I can't
Yeah.
do that. You know what I'm saying? I can't get down with that. We struggling right now, or not even struggling, but we got to take care of X, Y, and Z.
The vision's just different.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Right.
But that's, like you said, be mature. Let's have a conversation about this. You know what I'm saying?
But
Can we meet somewhere?
I guess that's where it differs, because it's like now your career goals are like, I need 5 years and I'm gonna be where I need to be. But there's that. Is that a lack of trust?
Let me get 2.5. That's a conversation we had. 2.5, because like 5 years is a long time. So 2.5. Can we 2.5, and then we see if it's on the incline.
Then we push it.
Then we can talk. We can push some more. But you know what I'm saying? You can't abandon what we need for. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm supporting your dream, but let's be realistic here, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a conversation.
Essentially, it's a business plan, right?
It is.
Another thing he said, it's a business plan. When you get with somebody, you got plan to see where that person is. Are they fitting what you trying to do? I'm not going to get with you if I'm telling you, hey, yeah, I got this and this going. I'm a beginner here. And, in the next 10 years, I'm going to move up and I'm going to move out to New York because this where this business booming. And you just looking at me like a deer in headlights. You ain't for me. I got to pick somebody else. Gotcha. I got to pick somebody else that's on the hustle and bustle. But if you pick somebody that's like, you know what? I just want to get married, have some kids. I like to move out to a different area where the city I stay in. But generally, I want to keep my career here. And they're like, oh, yeah, that's cool. I'm on that too. I want to start a family. It's like that. You can't hide a family person and dude that want to go move out to New York. It's not possible. At that point, you settling. Y'all both gonna be unhappy. That's true. Y'all gonna be just barreling towards a divorce. It's just gonna unravel, whether you want it to or not. Now you got to deal with that in your pursuance of the career. Yeah. And that person is down bad because they never had big aspirations like that. So now they got to get back to where they comfortable. I'm just saying that's how I look at it. I really had to sit down and think about that too, because it's like we all been in situations, where we either had to help our spouse or we had to bunker down and do something because it's a need. It's how we talked about. It's a part of maturing, just growing up and knowing what you need. You don't want to go and not go without. So in order to go without, you got to do something. So do something. You got to figure out what's going to keep that bike rolling.
You got to be self-aware. If you know this ain't going nowhere, and put your pride to the side. All right, let me shift this now.
Right.
See, and I think that's the hardest part is it's the pride where men are raised to like, you got to be breadwinner, you got to pay the bills, you got to do all of this. And society ain't the same as what it was when men were the only ones who needed to work, right? But even then, like with women, it's, oh, you're supposed to have a man who take care of you and do all of this. And at some point, it's got to shift, man. It's got to be shifting to that partnership because a lot of these women, they turning 50 and still single.
Yeah, because they got unrealistic.
Nobody telling them nothing. And they probably heard that on other podcasts. Nobody ain't telling no women to do nothing. Nobody. But the man always got expectations. It don't matter what time period we in. You expected to get up and do something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know my wife, she breadwinning this year. This year she hitting like 350 or something like that.
I'm talking about.
Somewhere around there. So I'm gonna speak that into existence.
There we go.
It ain't a real number, but we trying to get there.
We go.
I'm on a new level. And on that note, we're gonna see y'all on the next one. But we do want y'all to comment and let us know: do you think that it's fair for one person to excel in their careers versus the other person excelling, or do you think both people should equally be able to cover their aspirations?
Peace.